All right, so this is the first episode of our podcast. What are we calling
The
this?
cold-blooded experience.
The cold-blooded experience. So we're actually on our way to do a reptile show. The first reptile show in 3 months.
At least 3-4 months. I think the last one we did must have been we did one in March. Yeah, March. Right before everything started closing.
Oh
down
yeah,
with
the
Corona.
West Palm show.
Yeah.
So this is our, since March, this is our first podcast. This is our first reptile show, and it's actually going to be a little bit different. They're having some social distancing procedures of like, we got to clean our tables. There's going to be like brackets of time where people can come in. So there's like one group of people. How many people did they say?
I don't remember what they said, but so there's gonna be 3 groups. One group, everyone has 2 hours. You're in there for 2 hours,
And then
get your stuff, and then after the 2 hours, everybody has to get out. We gotta clean,
and we gotta wear our face masks the whole time. So basically, yeah, it's like freaking like 100 people for 2 hours, then they get out, and then another 100 people or more. I don't know exactly.
Yeah, for 2 hours, then get out.
Weird times. Weird
So
times.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cool animals back there somewhere, flopping around.
Yeah, for real. And so we rented this van,
Oh
but
my god!
this whole trip has been a freaking trip.
So we have a van that we use, the Gecko Mobile.
You're about to say
I
bang
know.
box.
The Gecko Mobile, and we haven't. We're kind of dumb. We haven't used it in a few months since the last show. If you guys don't know, you gotta always use your cars, even if you're not really using it, because the battery decharges. Just a bunch of stuff can happen.
Decharges? Is that a real word?
It is now.
It's not even like it's an old van. It's just like it was just literally sitting there, not moving, not even turning on for like 3 months.
At
so
least.
I don't know. Now I got to take it to the mechanic. But so
we had everything packed in the van.
We had everything packed in the van. We're about to all right. It's like 3 o'clock, right?
Not even. It's like 2:30.
It was like 2:30. We're like, all right, let's get going to Tampa now. The car doesn't turn on. We try to hot wire. No, not hot wire.
No, jump.
Jump start the car, and the car doesn't turn on. I'm like, damn it. So one thing after another, we tried a couple things. Call our dads, because dads know everything about cars and stuff. Nothing worked. Okay, fuck it. We gotta go rent a new car now, just so we can make it out to Tampa. By the way, we're not gonna make it to set up in time, but okay. So we go rent a car, and then since the guy was like, I tried to rent it with my license, and since I have a temporary license, every year I gotta renew it. They're like, oh, you can't rent the car.
And we're like, why? We've done this before. It's like, because of COVID.
I'm like, how the fuck does that connect? Anyways.
So we just did it with my license, and then so it was, we might have not found a van, because we need a van, we need a big space. Like,
usually
it's so last second.
Usually we use this app called Turo that is it's like basically like Airbnb for cars. Like people rent out their cars, and it's a lot cheaper than going through Enterprise or whatever.
But we have our own van.
Yeah, well, that's what we used before the what's it called? The van. So I checked on Turo, and there was literally nothing available for today. So I was like, oh, damn it. So I'm like, all right, we got to go through Enterprise. And then we go, and all this shit happened. Fuck it, we're on the way now, so.
Yep. And then we had to ship an animal.
Oh, yeah,
we had to ship an animal. And then we were like, oh, crap, we need a sun pass, because, the tolls are going to charge you, and these companies.
They'll charge you like $3 every time you pass a toll on top of the toll price.
Yeah. So
it's like,
we're like, nope. So we went to a couple places. No one had a sun pass anymore.
Yeah.
So it took a while to find a sun pass, and we got a sun pass. Then we called them, and they're like,
oh, you don't even need a sun pass.
I almost changed this to reverse.
Yeah. And so this fucking van, it has like a little, what do you call this thing?
It's like a knob.
Well, we're in a video, so we can just show. It's this knob. This is like.
It looks like the volume.
Yeah, so we're like trying not to like, I don't know.
Change gears while driving on a highway at 80 miles an hour.
That'd be like the cherry on top for today.
Yeah. So we finally get the sun pass thing done, and then we bought a sun pass, and they're like, yeah, you don't need it. They'll just charge you by plate. And then we're like, oh, okay, let's go return the Sun Pass.
They're not accepting returns because of fucking COVID. I understand. You know what? Fuck it. So we just left.
With the chocolate bar.
With a chocolate bar.
And now we're on the way.
Now we're on the way to Tampa. Excited to do the first Reptile show in a long ass time. 3 months. That's like
3 months, and that
was
and that's kind of a small show.
Yeah.
Last time we did a big one was probably either January or December.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
The last show we did in March was a West Palm Beach show, which is kind of local to us, so it doesn't really feel like it's a big deal. And it's a smaller show. This one is, one of the bigger shows. Tampa, Orlando, and Daytona are the 3 biggest shows. Daytona being the biggest of them all, obviously. So if you've never been to Florida and you want to come to Florida, and you happen to be, for a reptile show, come to Daytona, the National Reptile Breeder Expo. Maybe skip out on this year's Daytona because we don't know how it's going to be with all the COVID stuff. But it's definitely the show to go to in Florida.
Yeah, so that's always in August, so we're excited for that. But we're also excited to this show. Hopefully, there's going to be a lot of people turn out. Don't know how it's going to be because of COVID and everything that's going on in the world right now. So,
by the way, should we even do like an intro? We got to do like an intro. It's a podcast, right?
Later. Yeah.
No, we got to do it now.
Welcome to the Cannibal experience.
No, not like that. Just like saying, okay, what's up, guys? My name is David, because maybe some people that don't know.
No, you're Jamie.
Jamie. Young Jamie. But yeah, David, Manny. We're TikisGeckos. We sell reptiles if you don't know us from there. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, so most people will already know who we are, obviously, that follow us. But we might just be on iTunes or Spotify one day. So get that $10 million deal, Joe Rogan.
$100 million.
Oh, $100 million.
Not a zero.
Yeah,
zero.
What am I doing? $10 million. Joe Rogan doesn't get out of bed for $10 million.
I'll be like, what you want me to do for $500?
For real, bro. We're like out here fucking breaking balls just to sell like a fucking
baby harlequin crescent gecko.
Baby harlequin crescent.
And a tangerine leopard gecko.
Yeah, dude.
By the way, those things bite me and scream at me
every time you go feed baby leopard geckos or you open their top, they like, ah! They like yell at you, fucking.
It's like, dang, man, I'm sorry. But like, you gotta get in this cup.
Just imagine like a big ass like humanoid grabbing you and like you don't have like
they're being abducted.
Like basically that's what it would be. That's like the equivalent of aliens coming, like a big ass gigantic alien from War of the Worlds, picking us up, putting us in the container thing, taking us somewhere, then bringing us back, and we're like, what the fuck? That was so fucking crazy. That's what we're doing to these animals.
And I would scream.
Yeah, I would scream too.
I would scream and bite. And
dude, yeah. We're like stabbing it with a knife.
Another thing that's fun to pack always are any of those fast geckos, like the day geckos. I actually lost one, but then I got it.
Today?
Yeah, I lost it, but I caught it. I lose it. Literally, they get out of the cage every single time. I got a pack, and then I just catch them again.
Dude, the green keeled belly lizards. They're like, what do we say? They're like long-tailed grass lizards.
Long-tailed grass lizards crossed to a green tree monitor with a Rabronia.
They're super fast. They're gorgeous lizards. They come from Tanzania.
They're smart too. Very smart.
Very smart lizards. They're gorgeous. They come from Tanzania. So the weather, we're keeping them outside right now. A lot of people, obviously, that are not in Florida, keep them outside. Indoors in a tank. UVB, heat, all that good stuff. But these little lizards are so fast and so like quick to bite you. Like they gotta, like as soon as they saw that we opened the cage and we're not gonna feed them, they came up. Oh, we're not gonna feed me. Boom! They just dart all across.
And it's funny. I haven't seen it, but I've seen them in videos do a defense where they kind of sit down and stick out their tongue and just
they're like fucking doing the tongue thing at you.
They're like Shakira.
Yeah, like Shakira in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dude, why did she do that?
I don't know, but she's a Persina. That's her spirit animal.
That's for real.
Those guys, TikisGeckos, always are fun. Yeah. Those things bite hard, and they latch on. They will not let go. Even if you let them go, you go like this, they'll be hanging out. Right.
What's the hardest? Like, what's the worst bite you've taken?
Worst bite I've taken was the sulfur water monitor. It was young. It was only about like 2 feet long. No, nah. It was like a yearling, like 2 feet long.
It was 10 inches long.
Like, oh my, that thing. I was like, I forgot. I had to pack it up, so I went to grab it. And monitors are very agile.
Yeah, the thing about a
grab
monitor
them,
is it has that long ass neck. Like a tegu is such a stocky little lizard, or big lizard, I should say. But like when you grab it by the neck, it ain't gonna really get you.
Even the tail.
Yeah, or an iguana even.
Yeah.
But a monitor has a long fucking neck and it can just turn around
Super
and bite
flexible.
you.
So that's what happened. I didn't grab it how I should have, and he turned around, just bit me, latched onto me. It literally felt like little razor blades.
Yeah.
Just cutting me, and he was latching, and he wouldn't let go. And I was like, let me just pry his mouth open with my other hand. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I did that, and then he bit my thumb on my other hand and started twisting. And I was like, I grabbed a piece of mulch, so when he closes down to bite, he's gonna grab the mulch and not
Somebody's listening right now, like,
I
yo,
know.
these two guys are bitches.
I
Like,
know.
honestly, we haven't been bitten by something bad, but there's like people out there that have been bitten by freaking crocodile monitors or like
You don't even need
a
to get
freaking
bit by that. You
viper.
gotta get nicked, and you're losing tendons.
Yeah, so a couple weeks back, I went to Tom Crutchfield's place, and they were feeding they got 8 wild caught crocodile monitors, all adults, and they're all tame. Incredible, like the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I'm over there, and they're like, they're showing us around because I was buying an expensive iguana, and I'm like, we were talking about the crocodile monitors and how smart they are, and we went in the cage with them, and we're feeding them eggs, and Stacy, which is Tom Crutchfield's wife, she's like feeding an egg to a crocodile monitor, but he's kind of like on the edge, so he's kind of like trying to like balance himself and trying to grab the egg, and she kind of pulls back on accident, and the crocodile monitor just goes a little bit extra just to grab the egg, and it nicks her, literally like a little, like not even a centimeter of a bite, like it's just like a little nick on her finger. Yo, she starts pouring. She was pouring literally till I left, bro. Like an hour later, like she had to hold that thing and change like the paper towel, like she just like kept pouring, and the crocodile monitor wasn't trying to be aggressive. It was just like a complete accident. It's like me like bumping into you, like the croc monitor was like just trying to eat, trying to grab the egg, and it wasn't even aggressive. It doesn't have a crazy feeding response because they're like very well trained. But yeah, like those things, a monitor's bite is like heavy, man. It'll fucking make you bleed for
even that little. I mean, it's nothing compared to a croc monitor. But
fucking this guy, bro.
Speeding for speed.
Yeah.
But and this guy
here's
too.
the other guy.
Bro, that 1990 Civic's about to break down.
I know. Dude, this guy's going like 80 on a turnpike with a fucking...
Sounds like he's
basically
driving
on a
bicycle. And like it just draws, like you just bleed and bleed.
Yeah.
And
it's something in their
monitor,
saliva. Yeah,
it's like you're like, why am I leaking bad?
What's that called? Something? Coagulant or something?
Coagulate?
Something like that, right?
Yeah, that it makes you bleed.
The craziest thing I've seen is like, you seen that thing on, I forgot where I saw it, like on a Netflix nature special, whatever, where the Komodo dragons are like, they're like stalking a buffalo, and they bite the buffalo on the tail or on the foot or something, and they just let him like kind of like slowly die. And then as he's getting weaker, all of them start picking at him more. They like watch him and like stalk him and wait for him to get weaker. Yeah. Because they know, like, oh, we bit this guy. He's gonna.
So those guys are actually the first lizards to be known to have venom, their own venom. They are
they the first?
The first that they know of.
There's a bearded lizard and the Gila monster.
Okay, so monitor. So the monitor family. They were like, they used to think it was just bacteria in their mouth that they would, use. And when they bite something, it would cause infections and die. But now they actually know it's actual venom, their own venom glands. And it's pretty wild. So they bite the animal, and then they know he's injected with venom now, and they let it go. They just stalk him until he falls down and can't move, and they literally all eat him kind of alive still. Like 20 Komodo dragons.
Yeah.
just
fucking-
eating you piece by piece while you're still kind of alive. Like nature is metal.
Nature's metal, bro. Dude, that's if you haven't seen that Instagram page, Nature is Metal. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, nature.
Nature is Metal. I recommend it. 10 out of 10.
That's for you. That's for everybody who thinks nature is cute and cuddly and like.
Yeah, and
like
perfectly balanced.
like no. Nature will kill you and not care.
Yeah, one of the gnarliest things, like
The bear attack.
no, oh my
That
god,
was
they
horrific.
posted. Yeah, that was one of the worst, bro.
That was horrific.
They literally, it was this guy, and the guy was still talking, bro.
How?
This guy, they posted a picture of the like a little 3-piece post of this guy who got slashed by a bear in his face. His eyes are literally hanging out.
Yeah.
His skin is like drooping down. It's gory as hell. If you're like
It looks like his
squeamish,
face was inside out.
Yeah,
and
if
all you
you're-
see is
if
like
you-
one eyeball still kind of there.
if you're squeamish, definitely don't follow that page.
Yeah.
But if you like to see some cool, crazy stuff, then follow that page. But this guy has his face torn off. His eyeballs are freaking falling out of his face, and he's talking. He's like, "Yeah, bear fucking got me, dude."
Yeah, he was talking to
Like,
his son.
Yeah. And then no, but what's crazy is on the third picture they show him
Oh,
after
the
surgery.
surgery.
Dude, he
looks-
looked pretty decent.
yeah, except like missing an eye. Like
Yeah, but fuck, bro. From the first picture to that third, you'd be
Nah.
like, that looked pretty decent. Like they did a great job on that guy. Good for him, man. Fuck. Imagine you're fucking camping. You're just camping one day, and this bear decides to fucking end your life.
I wouldn't even want to fight a coyote. I don't want a bear. I think it was like
bro,
in
a
Alaska.
coyote, a fucking domestic cat will fuck you up.
Real.
Like it will hurt you bad if you try to fight a
Not me.
domestic
I'll bring
cat.
out your Zelda sword.
Just fucking stab it in the head.
No, I cut it in half in one swing.
Oh my god.
Damn, don't
Oh,
fuck with
oh.
cats. Don't fuck with cats.
Yo,
man.
don't fuck with cats. But I haven't told anybody, like nobody on YouTube or everything. Obviously, Manny knows. But I'm getting a hairless cat, a Sphinx.
He
What
just
is
wants to pet and have sex all day.
No, it's just they're like so weird and so cool to me, so intriguing. But I'm gonna get it next month, so I'll keep you guys.
If we didn't get scammed.
Yo, for real. So
Because it's coming all the way from, good old
some people listening
Eastern
to
Europe.
yeah, people listening to this are gonna be like, he's a fucking idiot. How can he believe this?
Yeah.
Like the cat people are gonna be
Yeah.
like, Dad, you
Some-
really believe this?
Some person named Holga
So-
out in black and white Eastern Europe.
No, so this is the story. So like I got this. I was searching for the hairless cat. No breeders around me in South Florida actually had any. And then I found these people that are brokers. That apparently they have a lot of cats, but they also get cats shipped to them from
So-
the Ukraine.
Yeah, or other words is trans-shipper. Basically the middleman. They'll ship animals,
broker.
cats, whatever, and ship it to that person, and then they distribute it.
So I go on their website, I see a cat, and they said it's going to be available to pick up July 18th, I think it is. So I put my deposit $300 down for like a $2,000 cat, basically. And yeah, I hope I'm not getting scammed. Everybody, like, some of our friends are like,
Yeah,
you're
you see the
definitely getting
website.
scammed.
It's like in a house with no curtain, like no.
Nah,
it's a
that's
blue
not
background. Like it got taken in a picture in Syria in a cave somewhere.
No, it's like it's some like store in Pembroke Pines close to us, and
Yeah, but that's not where the cats are pictured.
definitely. Oh yeah, no, definitely
That's
not.
what I'm- yeah.
Yeah. No, but the good thing is they have a lot of Google reviews, and some are good. Most are good. They have like 4.7 stars, and a couple are bad. And they say like, and the reason I say that is because if they had like 5 out of 5 star reviews, like 100 reviews, I'd be like, all right, that's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But if you see like a couple bad reviews in there, like, oh, my cat isn't doing good, and it's like, okay.
And then the guy,
Makes
the
sense.
owners are like, "Hey, please contact us."
Yeah.
like actually trying to work it out like a real business.
Yeah, so it made me feel like it's real. Either way,
We'll find out.
we'll find out soon enough. So, we'll know pretty
That's
soon.
pretty cool. I can't wait
Yeah.
to get a cat.
Yeah, for real. We already have a dog. It's basically as much as your dog is my dog, since we're always at HQ
For real.
working, and Delilah's always there. If you don't know who Delilah is, Delilah's Manny's mutt dog that he found. That his neighbors like basically threw.
Yeah.
They
so
kept her in the freaking in the backyard with no fucking AC or anything for like.
Yeah, so they're not my like 2 houses down from me. They went to this farm out in Naples, and they they rented a little farm, kind of some weird thing out there. And like basically there they make you like I saw their Instagrams like we make you feel like
It's
you're
super
at home.
sketch. It's sketch as fuck.
Yeah, it's like a
say it. It's like the Brazilian like.
Yeah, and they like
thing.
kill like the animals in front of you, and they cook it right, clean it, cook it right there. Like
I mean, I don't have a
some
problem.
like some weird stuff like that. And they had a bunch of puppies. They took 2, but the guy's wife was pregnant, and she didn't want dogs, so she didn't because I think she was like. She's one of those that's really susceptible to losing the babies in pregnancies because it happened before. So she didn't want anything.
Damn, just pour her whole fucking story into our podcast.
And
they're having problems in their marriage.
So she didn't want the dogs. She didn't want them in the house. She didn't want them. So they left them outside, like in the rain and everything, like. And then my dad was like,
2 puppies.
2 puppies. And my dad's like, you know what? I'm gonna take them. We'll find them homes. These dogs had like worms and fleas and all that stuff, and I ended up keeping one, and my sister kept the other one.
Yeah, but what the funniest part about it is like, your dad at first is like, oh no, like let's not get any more dogs, and then by the end, all the dogs and he like they have the best relationship, and like Delilah will choose.
He'll take my dog.
Nanny's dad over anybody else.
Yeah, he'll take my dog, and you're like, all right.
It's funny because like you're standing in one corner and your dad's in the other corner.
She's choosing.
She'll she'll look at both of you, and then she'll go to your dad, and you're calling her, and her ear maybe will do this, but she'll keep like walking towards your dad.
I don't know why animals love my dad. Every animal I've ever come across loves my dad. Don't know why. Don't know what it is. Because he gives that unconditional love.
It's when the human and the animal lose fear of each other. They love.
That's beautiful.
You got a special bond or whatever the fuck. Shout out to Tom Crutcher.
Yeah, that's his saying. That's how. That's how he turns on monitors.
No, honestly, that's a real ass.
Yeah, when you're not, it's true. When you're not freaking, like we see it a lot with geckos. Let's say, like people holding geckos and they're freaking out, and the geckos.
You're gonna make the animal freak out. If you're freaking out and you're holding an animal, you're gonna make the animal freak out because he's gonna be like, "Why are you freaking out? You're trying to eat me. Like, why is this such a stressful situation?"
It's funny. The same exact animal will hold it, and then it'll calm down right away.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
that happens that's probably gonna happen like 50 times this weekend.
No, maybe not.
Actually, not because we can't.
Yeah, because there's probably we've heard. That a lot of because big part of the reptile show is people bring in their families, their kids, and they want to hold everything. They want to experience the reptiles and animals.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
We were once that kid, so we give it back. But that kind of does take away a little bit from trying to sell some animals to some people who actually want to buy it. But
no, yeah,
it's a part
I'm
of it.
thinking more of like with the COVID stuff. Like, are we gonna want everybody grabbing our shit, like our animals?
Not just that, but like what we were told, like some people, they noticed those other friends who vended a prior show. They're like, yeah, we noticed more people were willing to buy because they're the ones that are gonna make that effort to go.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna go for a little 2-hour segment,
like
pay that money.
Like the Karen that's out there, it's not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go to this reptile show this Sunday to walk around and take my family when COVID is running rampant.
COVID's running rampant only for 2 hours, and like all these regulations and all these precautions we gotta take.
Dude, by the way, COVID. I'm not really scared of it. Obviously, you know this. I've told you this. But like,
because you're healthy as an ox. Because you take mushroom pills, whatever they are.
And then you like skirt. I'm not scared of COVID and stuff, but is this gonna be forever? Like, I don't want this to be forever. Like, wearing masks and shit. Like, I couldn't go into Walgreens without a mask. I just forgot in my car, but it's like such an.
They're like, get out.
This is such a like a first world country. Problem,
I know, right?
Like, I had to go back to my car.
From what I heard in other areas, they're not like that. Like Tampa, they don't care.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we just gotta understand our area.
Yeah,
we're in Southeast Florida, Miami, Broward area, and that was the worst hit area in the entire state.
I thought you were about to say in the entire country. I was like, excuse me. New
York's like, hold my
beer.
Hold my beer.
Dude, this guy just pulled up outside. Yeah, for real. What's a New York thing? Like a very
Pizza,
New York.
New York pizza.
What else? Hold my.
I don't know. I haven't
hold
been
my
there.
hot dog.
I haven't been there, so.
Oh my god, dude, that's right. We gotta go.
That's one of my next trips is New York, Colorado.
There's some good reptile shows in New York too. The White Plains.
White Plains. Apparently that's a baller show.
Is it?
Yeah, like
I don't know, bro.
rare
Yo,
animals.
they say that, but then we go there, and after going to Tinley and all these.
That's what
reptiles-
Steve Leap and Leachy said. That's what I know. A couple people who worked at the show.
They're
They're like, that's higher end because the White Plains area, I guess, is richer people.
that's in the city. New York?
I don't know.
In
I don't
Manhattan?
know. White Plains. I don't know where that is, but apparently it's like in a nicer area with more money, and they're willing to spend. Like I always see like super rare stuff like shinglebacks.
Yeah.
Only time you see them in shows there.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I've seen people like post like shinglebacks that they saw. Shinglebacks, alpine, blush, blue-tongue skinks, which are like
And he's
very
serving everybody.
expensive. Because I'm not looking and driving.
He's looking at the podcast while he drives.
And so like
Damn, shinglebacks? How many?
Shinglebacks.
How much is a
that's
shingleback?
where
going for
Diana
these
got her
days?
shingleback.
At White Plains? Imagine you just go to like a reptile show and some like guy that, because there's so many people out there that nobody knows of that's working with super rare lizards and snakes and stuff, and they like you just go and it's like some random person has like Goldfield shingleback in their table.
Remember Al had the Centralians.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody knows who that.
Shout out to Al, dude.
Bro, I miss you, Al. Come talk to me. Contact me again.
With all capital.
So that show has some really, really, really high ends. Supposedly, never been, never seen.
The show. I feel like one of the good shows would be like that Texas show, bro. The NARBC in Texas.
I heard mixed things about that, but you do that. I hear mixed things about everything. So.
But yo, to be quite honest, Daytona hasn't been like that amazing these last couple of years.
The
Especially
first
last
one we
year,
did
bro.
was great.
No, as a vendor, yes. But as a
Yeah.
person that goes,
And like you Daytona
Maybe we're
used
just
to
spoiled.
be, maybe, but Daytona used to be from like the highest end of that's where everybody would go. That was the
the biggest reptile show in the world at one point.
And now it's like you're seeing a lot of stuff that you normally do see for the most part.
Yeah.
But
we also are very spoiled. Like we get a lot of rare animals in our hands. A lot of
or get
So
to
we-
see them.
yeah. So somebody might be like flabbergasted. Like like last Daytona there was like sun gazers and stuff, and we're
There
like,
was. That's why I said most things.
Yeah.
Not a sun gazer. Sun gazer is so cool.
these guys
I know
TikisGeckos
where
had
they came
crazy
from,
lily whites and gargoyle geckos.
Right? Oh, the red albino tegus are pretty neat.
Oh yeah. You see,
There's always
like,
a couple things.
yeah, red albino tegus. Fuck, that makes me sad because they're banning tegus, and we can't, and we're not gonna get one.
We already had that.
We're gonna produce.
We already have one. We already have one. So
Yeah, that's why it's such a stupid freaking like.
I'm just glad they're still letting us breed and sell and collect and all that.
And technically we're not supposed to like hold back anything and stuff. Like,
no man, that our breeder female tegu and males are living forever.
they're just gonna look.
Rest in peace, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. That sucks. That's like the worst part about
Breeding.
Is that not even just breeding? Just like
just
working with
having
so many animals, man. Like
Yeah.
animals fucking die. Everything dies. We're gonna die.
Yeah, but especially things with like shorter lifespans already.
Yeah. No, but she was only 2 years old.
Yeah, but that's stuff from breeding.
Yeah. So basically, what happened? If you haven't seen the other video we did, one of our
original
the first tegu we
tegu
ever
that
got.
made us get into tegus.
Yeah.
He didn't want it. I was like, dude, let's do come on, let's do it. And he's like, no. And then I just walked over.
Dude,
and
I
bought
remember
one.
at the reptile show, Manny just comes over to me. We're like working. It was Pembroke Pines.
It was Pembroke Pines.
Yeah, Pembroke Pines reptile show. He comes over to me and he just has a tag. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you do? Like, why? Like, we don't have the space.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a cage, but we did have the space, obviously.
I was like, isn't it so cool? And then I got another one, and then Prometheus came.
Yeah, and then I got Prometheus.
And then Ice Queen, like.
Yeah, Prometheus, that's my hitter, man. I love that tag.
He's
Even though he
even
doesn't love me.
bleeding and everything, like he don't care. Stud.
That man's
He's a stud.
We're gonna have a lot of nice babies. Hopefully, all these babies hatch.
Yeah.
Yo, what made us blow up on TikTok were those videos of us rubbing the eggs out.
Yeah.
Those
That was
videos
the first
on TikTok.
video that blew blew up.
Bro, it has like 7 million views right now on TikTok.
It's crazy.
Damn. God bless TikTok and the Chinese.
You mean Chinese? God bless in China.
Yeah, bro. I like TikTok, but I haven't been
you
on
even do
it.
the dances.
You go,
I see you.
yeah,
He does the
right.
dances, everyone. He just doesn't film it and post it.
Yeah, no, the thing about TikTok is you get on TikTok, especially
There's a
when
time
you
for it.
don't want to get on TikTok is when you're about, I mean, that's when everybody does, but when you're like in bed about to go to sleep, you'll go on this crazy loop of like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour.
And you're like, where, how?
You're just like watching 10-second videos and like 1 minute videos max. I think that's a minute, like max,
Dude,
right?
Vine was crazy because there were only 6-second
Yo,
videos.
and Vine, you would get stuck on Vine for a good
2-3
hour, 2
hours.
hours.
You're like,
yeah.
what? Where's my life going?
Yeah. Or if you're in the bathroom.
And there's 6-second videos.
How many do you watch, bro? Think about how much content needs to like go up on that platform for them to be alive.
Not just that, because that too, but the creativity of people.
Oh yeah, for 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's all you have. 6 seconds.
Yeah,
that's hard. That's hardcore.
But I see people doing good on TikTok, like getting super creative. I'm like slacking hard on TikTok. Just we've been so busy.
Don't worry,
lately.
Tigers are gonna hatch soon, so.
Dude, we just do another one of those videos.
And then albino pops out. That's what we're hoping for.
That's gonna be 8 million views right there.
Right, and it gets just 300 views.
Fuck.
Because every video we think is gonna blow up doesn't, and everyone that's like, this one's trash.
That's social media, man. Like, that's social media for you. I'll like do like all my research to be like, okay, this is the best time to post on this day, and this is a great animal. This is a great shot. Great, like, lighting, everything perfect. 200 views. 200 views.
All from me and him.
Yeah, for real. It's just like me watching it over on loop. Nah, man, it sucks. Nah, it doesn't suck, but it's funny how that works. Social media, man.
It's weird how one video just hits at the right time and the right moment.
Yeah, man.
Blows up. And then it becomes a GIF and like
the gecko jumping off my hand. So we had this
What
video.
did you think of that video when you were like, oh, I'm gonna post it?
Bro, I just thought it was a cool video.
Yeah.
Like everything else I posted up to that point, I was like, oh, it's just a cool like little video. 15 million views later and thousands of dollars lost later. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, if anyone asks for the rights to your videos, like
every time I get the chance to say this, I will say it because somebody can learn from this. So if you get a video that goes viral, people, all these crazy companies like Unilad, Lad Bible, fuck y'all. Shout out to them, but I could say that on this, right? Anyways, they're gonna hit you up and they're gonna want to take your damn videos. Do not give them the rights to your videos because they're gonna run ads.
We want to share your video. They're gonna fill this. They're
gonna make thousands of dollars on these videos and not give you a freaking penny, bro.
Yeah, those places like that are the largest like intellectual thieves.
The thing is, when it happened to me, obviously, like I didn't know as much and I was younger and stuff, but like I was just like eager. Like I saw it starting to go viral and it's starting to creep up in popularity and views and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, let's make it go super viral. So they called me and I'm like, oh, like I've never been called by Lad Bible. Let me give you the video. Yeah. Wrong. Don't ever do that, people. If you ever get a viral video, that shit's.
You know something cool that I saw yesterday? We're making labels. You know, googling Abronia graminia, the Latin name, which is Abronia graminia, but you know we had someone doing it, so they got to learn. And then we see on the wiki, like the Google page, where it tells you like that, it's our photo,
our picture.
I was like, what?
Shout out to us,
right? I was like, that's Yoda. That's literally my backyard floor.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and that's not the first too.
And
if you Google like TikisGeckos, leopard, I don't know.
But like on the page of
yeah. Like
that's like the first photo you see that's attached to like Wikipedia or something. Like
that's pretty cool.
That's crazy,
dude. You ever Google your name?
No.
You've never Googled your name?
Never.
You'll see pictures of yourself, and you might see some other stuff.
But what is it, Manny? Or is it my real name?
Manuel. Manuel
I have
Alejandro
like 15
Duran.
different names, so nobody can. The
So
government can track me.
his middle name is Alejandro, Alex, Alexander. Is that English?
No, it's not Alexander. It's just
It's Alejandro.
Yeah,
Alejandro Duran. I'm David Armando Utrera. Armando. That's like a Spanish.
The first time I learned your middle name, you were working for Dollar General back in like 18 years old, and I see Armando. I was like, who the fuck is Armando? It's like, that's me.
So the reason why they did that is because when I worked at Dollar General, there was already 2 other people that their names were David. So the manager's name was David, and then this other guy that worked with us, his name was David as well. So they were like we don't want another David. You got a middle name, and then they're like Armando. Okay, we'll put Armando on your tag.
And did they make you pay for that?
No.
They didn't make you pay for the outfit. Some places like
for the what? No.
Like Hollister, if you work for Hollister, you gotta wear their clothes and you gotta buy it. Eh?
That's like me hiring people and being like, you gotta buy our geckos before you gotta buy our lily white.
Yeah, you have to have a crested gecko for you to talk about crested geckos, and you gotta buy them from us.
That's funny.
Like,
that's good. They're good.
Savage.
Dude, that's a good strategy. That's good. We're about to
and like I this is probably like BS, but I used to hear like, yeah, and if like your manager catches you out not wearing their brand, like you can get in trouble.
Dude, who do you know anybody who worked for Hollister?
Yeah, my cousin.
Samantha?
My cousin.
I don't know who Samantha is.
My cousin.
I thought you were gonna say John for a second.
No, he's the model in the photos.
No, but who the hell would work for Hollister? Like, you're just like,
I mean, at least it smelled good in there.
No, I know, but I don't know. It's different. Maybe people in California are like, we work for California, for Hollister.
For California?
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, this is what I wear anyways, man.
It's like, dude, that's crazy that every region, like South Florida,
dude, I used to wear
Central.
Hollister.
Yeah. It was like a good, like a. I honestly, I never wore Hollister, but maybe I had like one Hollister shirt.
I would go in there like, because that's what
you know what's funny? I remember you wearing Hollister, bro. When we were at Kim's party, I remember you wearing Hollister, dude. And we have this picture of us like at Kim's party right after high school, and like you have the Hollister shirt, and I'm wearing that stray hat. No homo. That sounds like a really gay story. No, but we were at this party, and then like, yeah.
That's funny, man. That's because I remember this was that like I'm kind of from a ghetto area. We used to wear kind of baggy clothes, you know, kind of like that. Echo
Okay,
United.
true story. Wait, hold on, real quick. True story, because I'm gonna forget if I don't say it now. Manny used to take 30 minutes every freaking day in the morning before he went to school, doing his fucking faux hawk, like a perfect symmetrical faux hawk from the back of the head all the way to the tip, like perfect, with perfect amount of gel, with.
You know, I used to do that crazy, that yellow. Crazy. What is it called? The yellow brand?
It's like Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, it's some crazy stuff that's probably horrible for
like
your
you
hair.
could use Manny as a saw and kill people with that, dude.
That's fake news because I got it down packed in like 5 minutes. I'll be like
5 minutes,
perfect.
Bro, you used a comb.
I know how to use a comb to make it
just
perfect. Just
good times. Just high school.
Yeah, I've been through a lot of different haircuts. He's had the same exact hair since he was born.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what that is.
It's just like
it's like hair. It's like you cut it short on the sides. And
just short on the sides. I'm a simple man, you know.
I had
a little bit of
fade because again, like I said,
in high school,
I'm kind of from ghetto area. Had a fade with Echo United and fucking
Echo
shorts,
Unlimited,
whatever.
Unlimited.
What's the United one? There's something United.
Fubu, I don't know.
I had some Fubu.
I never had Fubu.
I have Fubu. Bro, light blue Fubu shirt.
Yeah. Did you ever have a full tracksuit?
No.
Dude, that'd be the cherry on top.
I did.
Of course.
Bro, the shorts, the jean shorts that would be like below your knees.
Yeah. Ooh. Dude, I used to rock tall tees and you sag your pants.
You know what?
My cousin was like, I think I told you this, but like I had this cousin who was like, dude, why are you sagging your pants? And every time we were at like a family like gathering event, he would pants me, bro. fucking pants me
For your family.
with all my family.
Be like, why is
there.
it so little? It's like, hey, shut up, mom. It's cold.
No, they're like, God, I've never seen Godzilla before. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, dude.
With those heavy
Styles?
shoes, those Nike Air. I never had
had those.
but I had like the wannabe cheaper Air Forces because I couldn't afford the Air Forces.
No, actually, I didn't have the Air Forces, but I had these other ones that were like a high top. You know,
Dude, those shoes are so
like the
heavy. Now that I
90s.
think back about
yeah,
it,
dude,
like,
fuck off with that, man.
yeah, so I used to wear that, and then like when I was like in high school, I was like, let me, kind of influenced by other people there. Like I started wearing tighter clothes, and I started wearing Hollister and Aeropostale.
Aeropostale. That was like the Spanish
thing.
boy brand.
That
yo.
was like the cheaper Hollister for Spanish.
Shout out to
people.
Coral Springs High School, man.
Yeah, good time, man. Good time. It's almost been a decade. Next year will be a fucking
Bro,
decade.
it's about to be a decade since we're out of high school. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we're just playing with lizards.
Yeah, no kids playing with lizards.
I always remember that meme of like, everybody's seen this meme. It's like, there's like on one side it's like some guy like me in my 30s taking a picture of his kid, and then on the right side it's the same guy taking a picture of a lychee instead, and we're on the right side taking a picture of our lychees. Literally, yeah, that's literally
Like
us.
we
We have a lot of friends that already have kids and stuff,
Like, going
and
so fast.
we're like, wait, you?
Yeah.
Are you asking yourself?
Yeah,
that?
I'm like, I didn't even feel it. I'm like, why am I? It's 95.
Just
I'm
don't
like,
kill
whoa.
us, man.
So how fast is everyone else going?
I don't know. But yeah, so dude, 10 years since we're out of high school. And that means that 10 years for TikisGeckos too. That's crazy. We're a decade long ass company kinda.
That's a I know.
Because, we weren't full time obviously.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's a long ass time.
It's wild how
Dude, that's half of our life. Well, no, like a third of our lives.
yeah.
But does the first 10 years really count? You don't know shit. You're
Nothing's
like
going on.
figuring stuff out. You just play and sleep and eat.
That's like that's like half of your conscious life.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
lot.
like half of our conscious life.
We're experts.
Yeah, right. There's like people out there that have been doing reptiles for like
They're
for
like
40, 50 years.
there's a guy like Ray Gerge. He's like, oh, my oldest babies I've ever produced are as old as you or older than you.
yeah.
Of blue tongue skinks. I'm like,
His
God.
blue tongue skinks are older than us. And that they're like the ones he produced.
yeah. You're like, wow. Like how
Like
long?
our first blue tongue skinks were like what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
3, 4, no, like 2015, I think. 4, 5.
Yeah, it's actually time
That's
fucking
crazy.
flies.
5 years have like almost 100 keepers now.
100 breeder blue tongue
Yeah.
skinks. That's crazy.
Right now, like adults probably like 70, but like after everything after the season.
Yeah, man, dude, we gotta get a bigger spot.
Yeah.
We gotta get
Just
a bigger
me.
spot.
Look at you too. I've seen all those geckos put aside. All those
Yeah,
gargoyles.
that's the thing, dude. Like,
all those lychees.
how can
Like
you?
we went from like 2 pairs of lychees to like now there's like 30. You're like whoa.
Yeah, we're like, go slow down.
Like, what
And
happened?
you know the funniest thing? We had this friend that I sold the lychee to, and then he was like super obsessed with lychees, Caleb. And then he was like, his obsession was getting me more like, like
because
hypes
he was like
you up.
send us stuff and be like, yo, you should get this.
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get it. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, and we get it. And now we have like so many pairs and more like up and coming breeders, some sick animals. Not like sick as in unhealthy, but sick as in rad.
Cool. Like rad. I've
Like
never
rad,
ever heard.
Yo, this is like this is like Florida 101.
Yo, I was about to say, you
Like-
really about to come in here?
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the swamp
No,
with
no,
the
no,
trees
no,
and the
yeah.
mangroves.
Yeah, that's real Florida.
Dude, this is
I
nice.
think the Everglades has 7 different type of ecosystems in it, and I remember.
Did Mr. Davini teach you that?
No, FIU.
Dude, you know Mr.
Shout
Davini?
out.
Dude,
We actually went. We all to check
Mr.
out all.
Davini's.
No. This is
Oh.
at college, man.
Oh yeah.
This is for because I majored in biology and one of my evolutionary ecology classes we went on the tour and Everglades, which I've already been to. But like they just showed the different kinds of environments that exist
Yeah.
in the same area.
Yeah.
One of the coolest and scariest ones is if you ever been to the Everglades or southern Florida, you're gonna see sometimes there's patches of like grass where it's like no trees, and then you see like a circular dome of just trees.
Like something like that.
Yeah, like over there. So what that is, it's a depression in the ground, and all the water collects. So that's where those trees grow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it, but when you get up to it, it's like knee, hip deep, and you're like, it's kind of scary because there's gators there. So you're like, you gotta watch your step of where you're walking and going.
Not just gators, but like moccasins.
Yeah,
like,
I saw. So in that trip, we're walking back from the pine, from looking at some pine.
Oh, that's what you saw, a rattlesnake.
And then all I hear is, and I'm like, that's a rattlesnake, and it's so loud.
Yeah.
And I look to my left, it's about like 15 feet away from me, and I'm like, yo, this is so cool. And then like our instructor almost like tackled me out the way, thinking I was gonna go touch it. But I'm like, I know better. I work with animals.
Yeah,
like,
not just that, but
reptiles in particular.
People think that an animal like a rattlesnake or a gator or
it's just gonna hunt you
like
down.
it's gonna hunt you down and try to attack you. No, the reason they have the rattle is so they're giving you a warning, like, hey, I'm over here. Don't get close because I don't want to bite you. I don't want you to come over here. I don't want to like, you know, I'm in fear for my life. So just stay over there. And I'm warning you. And then people are like, "Oh shit, a rattlesnake!" Like fucking you run.
It was like
dude.
It was like a 3-foot eastern diamondback, super beautiful.
Dope.
I tried to take a cool picture of it, but like they wouldn't let me get like close. I'm like, yo, I know my distance and like how close I can get, and I'm not even gonna get half that close. Like I just need like nah.
But you gotta understand, they're like,
they don't know.
If you get bit, they're getting sued out the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not by somebody. You probably wouldn't do it,
but that was really cool. Got to see some American crocodiles. Those things might hunt you down and kill you.
Yeah, crocodiles are different than gators for sure.
Gators,
people think gators are so bad and stuff. Like people that are not in Florida or that are not from Florida or that don't work with animals. But gators are actually pretty easy to work with, and like they're not very territorial or aggressive.
all those shows you see are gators. They're never crocs.
Yeah,
because
unless you're Steve Irwin, fucking, and you have your baby on one hand and the croc in like, what a savage, dude. That's savage.
But he knew like if anything happened, he would just grab the baby, just dump it in.
He just like
he sacrificed. Like
he just
I have one. I made this one. I can make another one.
Nah, but the thing is about that is like Steve, like people don't understand how well some people know their animals. Like I know a crested gecko or a gargoyle gecko so well. Manny knows a blue-tongued skink so well. Steve Irwin knows his crocodile so well. So he knows what he could get away with and what he can't. He knows where he is 100% safe and where he isn't. Because you know he got a lot of shit back in the day for that.
Imagine if he was doing around and doing that now.
Social media would
kill him. But he knows, like we were saying, he knows the animals. He knows their behavior. Like all these animals, they do have certain patterns and the way they behave, and you know, like, today, he's behaving like this, I'm gonna leave him alone today.
Dude, what's crazy is that Steve Irwin could have been alive today.
Still,
and like, being in this animal world, like, it wouldn't be that crazy to think that we could have maybe met him one day. You know, because like I'm sure like Brian Barczyk would have already met him. Like all these guys, like, you know, they would have already met him since he's in the animal world.
Here. Huh? Flying him out to the States.
Yeah, for real.
Go see the Reptarium.
For real, man.
He's like, cool story, bro. Here's my saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, right. Like, you keep iguanas. Here's my saltwater crocodile, and I'm dangling my baby in front of its face.
Here's one of my 20 bells.
Hold my boomerang. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go play with my saltwater crocodile.
Oh, you got a rattlesnake? Here's the deadliest snake on earth. He just one-ups you.
Dude, Australians are such savages.
I know.
Bro, they're so, like, different than Americans. Like, Crocky, they don't... Fuck.
Yeah, we just got flagged. Not like YouTube just flagged us for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's cultural appropriation, man.
And it's like copyright.
It's 2020.
Yeah, man, fuck. 2020 has been a hell of a year, man.
It's been weird.
Dude, the one thing after another, what was the first thing?
January, we could have went to war with, like, World War III.
Like, there was all this tension, then, like, this next thing.
Well, and then...
COVID happens. Australia burning down.
Oh yeah, Australia.
Freaking.
See, so many things happened that I forgot that Australia was like 90% on fire.
Not just that, but now, like, it doesn't end here. Like, we're probably gonna get hit with a huge hurricane season. They're saying, like, our hurricane season is looking really bad.
Yeah, we already had 2 storms named. So once a storm gets named, that means it's a hurricane or like a tropical storm at least.
Yeah, it has to be a tropical storm.
Literally, the hurricane season technically didn't even start, and already had 2 on record.
And you know what's crazy? The hurricanes start like all the way by Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some winds and then some warm waters and some and it takes it all the way over here to Florida and fucks us up from across the world.
The Gulf, and like the eastern,
the Caribbean.
States. Yeah, poor Caribbean.
Imagine
Cuba,
living in the
Puerto
Caribbean. Who, like,
they don't have anything already.
And then they get hit again and again.
And people are like, I hope it hits those islands so it weakens it by the time it gets to us. Oh my God,
like
they got
fat ass
nothing.
Americans in their fucking houses.
Yeah, like
Pop-Tarts.
they barely have infrastructure in a lot of places.
Damn,
like I've been to some parts in the Bahamas where it's like, you would think you're in like west coast of Africa, like some of the poorest places on earth. Like there's like, it's like a building, no windows, no door, no nothing, no barely a roof.
Yeah,
like pumping water so your family can drink from the nearest like well. It's like a little sink. Like,
yeah. If you didn't know, if you live in America, and when I say America, I mean the United States of America. If you live in the USA, you have like some sort of USA privilege because like the rest of the world is really fucked up, and the problems that we have here are bad, some of them, but like when you step out to other third world countries, you have nothing to complain about, especially if you're healthy, your family's healthy, and like you got food on the table.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, like there's places like in the favelas in Brazil where it's like literally sloped, and then the lower you live, literally human feces running down. Like you're literally like coming in contact with other people's
Not
shit.
just that, bro, but the other day I was looking up like the craziest, what was I looking up? Like how much like the crime rate over the last couple of years have gone down, and I came across like the highest crime rates in the world. Caracas is up
Venezuela,
there. Three cities in Mexico.
Yeah.
3 cities in Mexico. And that's like down the block for us.
Alright, in Mexico, those cartels are so powerful, they can literally, you can, like what happened with Chavez's son. The government captured him, and then...
Chavez or Chapo?
Chapo's son. Yeah. And literally the cartel literally like made the government surrender his son. Like that's not gonna happen here. That's not gonna happen here.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that happens.
People, like you get kidnapped and you get taken, and now you're a cartel member until the day you die, which is 25 years old.
That's crazy. No, and then dude, there was this sick documentary. Not sick as in, I always forget to say that. Anyway, there's this crazy documentary. Remember, I think we watched it in high school. They made us watch it or something.
In Africa.
Yes, in Africa. The guy's name I forgot, but
he's
this
still
guy,
alive, I think.
Bro, this guy kidnaps kids, goes to all these villages, kidnaps a bunch of kids,
raids the villages, takes
makes
the kids,
them
kills like the older people,
makes them soldiers for his militia, and they go and conquer other villages, and he takes kids and like drugs them and gives them weapons and like does all these things. Kids, bro.
Yeah.
And then in America,
by the time you're older, you're already desensitized to all this violence, so it's easier to kill people.
There's this documentary on Vice called "The Cannibal Warlords of Liberia" or something like that. It's like Warlords of Liberia or something.
This is going on today in 2020.
Yeah, bro. These guys are fighting with each other, killing each other, and eating each other. Like in the first scene of that documentary from Vice, the guy's eating a heart, bro. It's like for like Liberia, and he eats a heart. Like there's people that don't know that this happens in other parts of the like if you live in the United States of America, this is such an alien idea to you.
That this is still happening now.
Yeah. Crazy. Is this even a Reptile podcast anymore?
No, it's not anymore.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Bye.
What? To the warlords in Africa?
Shout out to the warlords and to the cannibal warlords.
See, even the phone is like, I'm not doing this shit right now.
Seriously, that crack was there, right, in your phone?
No.
It was.
I'm claiming this.
Dude.
Like I look like a floating head.
Dude, you're just short, man. I'm scared to move this thing and it stops again. Alright, it's going. We're good. Man, it's already been an hour, dude.
I'm trying to think of the name still. That African warlord.
It was like it was like
no,
not Toby. Dude, do not swerve into this fucking truck, please. I know
Hey, they got our geckos in there.
Yo, jeez. Oh, that's a FedEx truck.
No.
Anyways,
Coney.
Coney? Coney 20?
Coney, yeah.
2020.
Joseph Coney.
2012, right?
20. No,
Joseph,
we weren't in school. We weren't in high school.
Joseph Coney. I'm gonna Google it right
Joseph
now.
Coney.
I'm gonna pull a young James.
I knew it.
Joseph
it was
Coney. Is that the guy?
Yeah, it's Coney.
Dude, no
yeah,
way.
That's like stuff out of like
Yes.
a movie,
Bro,
like a drama, terror
Okay,
movie.
I'm gonna
Is he
read.
still alive?
I'm gonna read it. Yeah, he's 59 years old. Dude, okay.
See,
Joseph Rao Coney is the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, a guerrilla group that formerly operated in Uganda.
Yeah, they got him out. Yeah.
Oh, they got him out?
Yeah, they got him out of Uganda, but they're still doing the same stuff in other countries in Africa.
So while initially purporting to fight against government oppression, the LRA allegedly turned against Coney's own supporters, supposedly to purify the Akoli people and turn Uganda into theocracy. All right, not that. That's
He's still alive and doing the same shit.
Yeah.
See, this world
That's
isn't
wild.
fair.
That's freaking wild. Dude, how sick do you gotta be in the head to go kidnap kids and then make them kill for you?
Yeah.
Like you gotta, you go kidnap kids, drug them, make them kill for you.
Yeah. They drug them. They introduce them to women and like kind of make them like you're like their friends. So like you'll die for them, literally.
Yeah.
And do whatever it is, Coney or whoever.
Coney 2020. Coney 2020. Coney for president, dude. It's gonna be another year of either Trump or Biden. What the fuck?
I mean, not another year of Biden.
Well,
he was a vice president. He was like the hot wife or some shit that just stood there for pictures and stuff.
What's going on, man? The illusion of giving us an option. We don't like. It's not like much to work with, in my opinion. We turned this into a political podcast.
I guess we're political experts now.
Yeah, we're political.
Say quick. We're googling. Quick. What's hot topic politically right now?
Yeah, abortions. Black Lives Matter. That's the hot topics right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm getting close to Orlando, so it's like we kind of gotta know when to take.
Oh yeah, let me just pull GPS.
Worst co-pilot ever. He'll be the type where I'm on the left lane in the highway, driving 80 miles an hour, and then I'll be like, hey, when do I gotta take an exit? He's like, that one right there that we're passing. I'm like, oh my god. He's like, you still could have got it.
I feel like, don't act like you've never done that.
And drift like 80 miles an hour, like risk our lives in geckos, like their sources.
Those are cows.
That was a cow?
Yes.
Wow.
Don't act like you've never done that, by the way. But yeah, it's in 8 miles, alright?
That's close. That's kind of close. If I didn't say anything.
Kind of close, bro.
If I didn't say anything.
Alright, yeah.
You'd be like, we gotta take that exit right there.
Oh, we're good. We're gonna be there in an hour. Cool. So, alright, so in 8 miles, 7.9, 7.8.
Alright, but what's
7.7? We're gonna take north towards Orlando International Airport, and then we're gonna do a freaking one of these, and then we're gonna go west. You know how I remember north, east, west?
North, south, east.
North, east, south, and west?
Wow.
Because never, ever smoke weed.
That's some dare type shit.
That's some dare type shit from elementary school. That's how we would remember, like, never, ever smoke weed. That's how we would remember.
Like,
there's another one. Never never eat soggy waffles.
Yeah, that's the one I know.
That's a
but
good
I
one,
just know
too.
north, south, east, west. Like in Florida, it's pretty easy to tell where you are. Oh, the beach on our side
Our
is
beach
west. Is west.
It's
Fuck
east.
Something like Patrick is east. The Everglades are west. Orlando's north. Miami, Keys south. Easy.
Yeah.
If you're on the other side of Florida, it's just opposite. So Florida's pretty easy because
It's
know
not
that's
opposite.
Everglades. You know that's the ocean, and there's not much space in between.
Yeah, the thing about Florida is like, there's not much going on in the middle towards the bottom. It's like just Everglades.
You mean like underwater?
Yeah. What?
In like 4 years, it's gonna be underwater.
Bitch,
That's
4
gonna
years.
be ocean life.
No way.
So and then all the iguanas are gonna die. So
Dude, how-
boom, we don't need to ban them.
For real.
Tegus,
I'm just gonna send the link to the senator. Like, just listen to our
Tegus,
podcast,
all
bro.
that, unless they learn how to drink salt water or some shit, they're done.
They learn how to drink so.
Well, like they prove me wrong.
No, man, but honestly, fuck that. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
but we're definitely not
Like
biased.
they wanna ban tegus and iguanas, but they don't wanna ban fucking cats.
or like get them.
And I don't want them to ban cats. I'm getting a cat next month.
Yeah.
But like,
He's a cat person. If you can't
yeah,
tell.
no,
He's
honestly,
weird.
listen, I'm an animal person. I love dogs. I love cats
You know what's
too.
my favorite?
But the
one?
thing
When people
is-
are like, I'm an animal person, but I only like dogs and cats.
Yeah, fuck
I'm like, how
out of
the
here.
fuck are you?
And
You're a
first of
dog
all,
and cat person.
Not just that, but there are some people who have the audacity to tell you they're animal people, but they only like dogs. It's like, no, you're not an animal person. You just like dogs because you like the attention they give you back, and you like them being cuddly and cute with you. But you don't actually like animals. You just like dogs.
Yeah,
Which is cool. If you actually knew about other animals, maybe you like them too. That's one thing I don't understand about like some like people that tell us like, oh, how could you like reptiles? Like it's not a dog. It's not gonna like come greet you at the door, or it's not gonna like spending time with you. It's like, bitch, I don't need anything from this animal. I just appreciate nature. I appreciate that specific animal. Like, you don't have to. That's like
When's
a
the last
selfish
time?
ass
When's the
way.
last time a dog was colored red, blue, and green and yellow all in one animal?
For real. Absolutely.
For real.
Oh, yo, and I also, there's this thing, like, you know how people like want to ban all these animals? They're like PETA's, like, yo, you shouldn't.
They want to ban everything that's not.
Yeah,
a
are
cat
you really
dog.
about to eat a fucking salad right now?
It's a little bit.
So people want to ban all these animals, these reptiles, like, oh, you shouldn't have these as pets. Hold the fuck up. If you think about it, we're trying to domesticate these animals. Like, once upon a time, somebody domesticated a freaking wolf.
And now it's a Chihuahua.
And now it's a fucking Chihuahua. Like, technically, it's a subspecies, right? That's what it is. It's what's a species of a wolf, by the way? What the scientific name?
It's Canis lupus, and the dogs-
Domesticata or something?
No, it's Canis lupus familiaris.
Familiaris. Domesticata. Yeah, so that took thousands or hundreds of thousands. I want to say thousands. That took
I would
thousands.
say tens of thousands.
All right.
Like maybe like I don't know.
All right, so
that.
all right, Jamie. All right, young Jamie. Yeah, so that took tens of thousands of years for us to domesticate wolves to turn them into dogs. Maybe that's what we want to do with our reptiles. Maybe I want to domesticate a freaking water monitor or a crested gecko. So eventually
imagine you
it will
turn
be
like a lace monitor or an Asian water monitor to like a little min pin.
bro, and they're super smart. Like, we're not even that far off from like wild caught animals, and they're already super like you could tame them down pretty quickly. Like, all that stuff Kevin McCurdy does, like socializing them, and I mean, we've held
He's domesticating water monitors.
yeah, single-handedly. Shout out to Kevin McCurdy. Yeah, but like, oh yeah, oh wait,
What's the exit?
all right, I'm like,
For you.
I'm a horrible young
Yo, I
Jamie,
told
bro.
you.
Yeah, it's his next one coming up, so get in your right lane, sir.
Like a quarter of a mile to go.
No, actually, no, it's half a mile. Calm down.
my god.
Anyways, yeah, I was trying to like look up the domestication of wolves, but I'm also trying to be on the GPS and like
Good
do
thing
all
I'm
this crazy
smart.
shit.
And I was like, looks like where we gotta go.
Yo, fuck the bullshit Florida is one of the best states to live in. It's so freaking beautiful.
Especially if you like the outdoors.
And it's not 10 degrees outside.
Gorgeous.
Ever. Why would you want to live in a 10-degree type place?
But they would say, why would you want to live in 90-degree winter places?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind because
hold my margarita. I'm going to go to the beach real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I hope this is the
Yeah,
end.
this is
like, I mean, there's stuff called an AC. You know, if you're really hot, just go inside.
Yeah, and who the fuck, unless, like, okay, you're at work, you have AC at work, I'm assuming, unless, unfortunately, you work outside. God bless you. I've done it. You've done it. We've all done it. But if you have a car, you have a house, and you have an office job or something, you have nothing to complain about. You'll be hot for 0.2 minutes. And, like, you know, you'll get over it pretty quickly. Alright, so on this, now we're going to be... So, yeah, we're going to go on this, then we're going to do a U-turn on Landstar Boulevard to the Central Florida Greenway.
Okay, what?
Huh?
What?
Yeah, dude.
So get off of here and then start.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, merge onto 417 Central Florida Greenway.
I don't know what that is.
I hate how they name all these roads like 3 different names. It's like, yo,
So do I get off here?
Yeah. Get off here.
It doesn't look like it. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's definitely this.
Okay.
Get off here, and then you're gonna do like a sexy ass U-turn. And then
If you don't know, I drift in my U-turns.
and we're in a minivan with like 50 animals
Glass
in the back,
cages.
so please do not do that in glass cages.
Oh yeah, Orlando's E-Pass. Is that
I think that's like
It
AKA Sun Pass.
for the Central?
Yeah. Why did you see like? I don't know, man.
I don't know, me neither. If you guys are not from Florida, South Florida is a very different place from the rest of Florida.
Yeah, it might as well be a different state.
It might as well be a different country. You might as well need...
You might as well be in Cuba.
Yeah, or like South America, because there's just so many...
You might as well start your English without bars and start learning Spanish right now. Only my Spanish people are gonna get that. Inglés sin barreras. Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah, so you're gonna make like this wide ass U-turn type thing.
This lettuce is fire.
Who the fuck eats
this grass
salad,
is
bro? What grown man goes to Publix and gets a salad?
If I would have ate a sandwich, I would have fell asleep.
All right, well, good thing you didn't, because you're driving. But good thing you're driving, so we can actually make this podcast. Because if I was driving, then Manny'd be sleeping right now.
I mean, you could talk by yourself, right?
No, just talking by myself. Like so.
You're right. Everybody likes me more.
Honestly,
You want tomatoes?
do.
I don't like tomatoes that much.
Nah. Yo, throw those out the fucking window.
Stop.
They're tomatoes.
Stop.
Biodegradable.
There's proof.
They're biodegradable.
Just kidding. We're not gonna do
Into
that.
the grass. We're feeding something, bro. We care about the
So
wildlife, bro.
make a thing here.
Yeah. Into the south 417. Yeah, that's it.
I love
Like what the fuck is Tiffy's? Like they have even different like.
Oh yeah, it's just such a different place. It's a different world. Like that's the real
Like
United
what?
States. Like South Florida is not.
What are you trying to
It's
say?
not really United States.
What are you trying to say? The real United States? Immigrants aren't the real United States down in South Florida, bitch.
My people. Those are my people. If you can't tell.
For real.
But I mean, I love it. I love it. People. Man, Florida gets so much shit from everyone else out of the state. You're like Florida man, Florida woman.
No, honestly,
like,
y'all, Florida's crazy.
it's great. Like you see, like a lady who just tell me where to go.
Okay, continue straight, Central Florida. Oh, don't
Where's
get
this,
out.
Tampa?
I mean, yeah,
I would
we
assume,
are
right?
going to Tampa,
I would
so
assume.
that's like
So you always hear stories about like a lady like in a trailer park, but she has a
definitely not Miami.
She has a 6-foot pet gator that she brushes her teeth every day. Like
We
no
talk
dude-
shit, but that's one of our friends. Like
For
we have
real.
friends that have pet gators.
Yeah, but they're like sleeping in their bathtub and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's great.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Like,
Don't keep your gator in a bathtub. That's kind of funny.
And like they let it bask outside every now and then, walking on the leash,
She
bring it
walks
to the dog.
You know what I
park.
want to do? I told you this already, but I want to put a GoPro on my chest. I want to grab a little mini leash for like a chihuahua and put it on Prometheus and walk Prometheus around my neighborhood.
You should put the GoPro on
And
him
put that on
and
YouTube.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Or make a TikTok out of it.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
But you should take him to a dog park.
People are like, what
let
the
him play
fuck?
with the smaller dogs.
I'd just be afraid that some big ass dogs gonna, you know, like there's some psycho dogs out there that want to kill
They see a
everything,
lizard
bro.
and just-
Like they just like bro, my coach's dog kills iguanas and like anoles and every living, like he tries to get the squirrels, but the squirrels are too smart. He kills everything on
Those
sight.
squirrels are too smart.
And then my coach will post these videos of like a dead iguana. I'm like, damn, bro, what are you gonna
Another
do?
one.
Another one.
Yeah,
Bites the dust.
I used to have a dog that loved to kill rats. Dude, that thing would murder rats.
That's so crazy.
Like you would see blood splat. He was a terrier, Indio. Indio was like a terrier mix type stuff, and those little things when they see little animals, they're bred.
It's like
to rip
it
them
just switches
off.
in their
They're
brain, bro. That's
and
crazy.
I remember I'd come outside. I heard some bark come outside, just blood everywhere in the backyard.
Oh my god!
But it's like none of it is his. It's all the rats. And I'm like, oh
dude,
my god.
my dumbass cat at my parents' house, bro. She'll bring like 3 lizards a day
In her mouth.
in her mouth, still alive, playing with them.
Dude, you know what's a
Cats, dogs are very, obviously, they have their crazy instincts that kick in, but cats, no matter what you do, you can't break them out of their instincts. They're wild, like, they're still like little mini wild animals.
They're not domesticated like dogs yet.
Yeah, not, like, you tell a dog to sit.
Actually, no.
No,
Even your cat. His cat's the nicest cat I've ever met, and it's still savage.
But, bro, like, you'll tell that thing, like, you call that thing, it'll look at you, and then it'll walk away. Like, it knows you're calling it. It'll say, no, I'm not, you're not my master. Yeah. It will walk away from you.
It's like I am your master.
One time my uncle brought over his little, like, his dog. Bro, this dog is, like, running around trying to mess with the cat. The cat jumps on top of the chair where the dog can't reach, and it's smacking it as the dog is jumping up to try to bite it. My cat's smacking it on the head. So it comes up and it's like bouncing it like a basketball, like pa, 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 every time it comes up. And it's just looking down at it.
Yeah.
And it gets bored and it just walks away into another perch and it just looks down on it and then just looks out the window and the dog's like trying to get at it and the cat pays it no mind. Cats are fucking smart, man.
Yeah, they are.
Shout out to Joe Exotic. That's another crazy thing of 2020.
Yeah.
The Tiger King dog. And mind you, I have like a lot of these people that are in this documentary, like we have connections to just by being in the animal world.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy when you step back and look at it, it's like, yo, we are fucking crazy.
Yeah,
like animal people, like, yeah, we're crazy, bro. We keep hundreds of lizards and rat snakes and stuff, like
especially like the older generation, like the pioneers, like all of the major store people,
Shout
like
out
all
to
been
the
to jail,
pioneers.
like for federal prison for some crazy, like
dude, for real,
like every single, at least especially in Florida, every single one of them has been to jail.
Yeah,
federal prison for something, smuggling or maybe some murder here and there.
All right, we're good. We good. Stay on this one. But yeah, man, Florida.
I love it. I love the dysfunction.
Yeah, dude. But honestly, what would the world be without people who are different? It'd be boring as fuck.
Well, we say that because we don't like boring. Because we're crazy. We're already fucked up. We're raised in this fucked up shit.
Yeah. But I mean,
you're raised in like an outskirt of like Michigan, like.
Shout out to Michigan.
Shout out to Michigan.
Shout out to Michigan.
Brian Barczyk's out there, right?
Is he in Michigan?
I thought it was Michigan.
One of those. Dude, after, like, if it's not Florida, California, or New York, it might as well be just like one of, like,
I remember every time we go to Chicago, it's so wild to me that it's like, hey, do you guys want to go to Indianapolis? I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, it's 2 hours that way. Or you go to the next day, it's 2 hours that way, or an hour this way, or an hour that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the thing is, since we're in South Florida, for us to go to a different state, we have to travel at least 8 hours north. And we're still in Florida. But like, you're in New York, or you're in New Jersey, you could go to New Jersey like in 20 minutes.
It's faster to go to Cuba than it is to another state where we are.
Yeah, I'm kind of cold. Damn, if I'm kind of cold,
put it down,
what the fuck are you? Are you like, do you have hypothermia right now?
No, but my lips are chapped from a 90-degree night.
Fuck.
And like, it's you literally have to get 8 hours just to go to Georgia. Just that.
Yeah.
Alabama, like 9-10 hours.
Yeah, shout out to Tift. Tiff,
Yo,
Georgia.
Tiff. Oh my God, Tiff.
So we go to Georgia. This like, oh, that was like one of the trips we did earlier this year in February. Before COVID. So okay, that's a good story.
Is it
We
February?
went, huh?
Yeah, it was before your birthday.
It was February. Yeah, it was like
For the LA.
or like last.
Yeah, it was February.
Okay, so anyways, we go to Georgia. We're driving out to Georgia like fucking 8 hours.
Yeah.
We're 8 hours in or something, or like 10 hours in, and then what? Habib started driving. Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Said it now.
Our friend.
Our
It's not like he's gonna fucking listen to this anyways. So our friend is driving, and we literally told him like 3 minutes earlier. We're like, "Yo, bro, slow down. Like you're speeding a lot." And there's like we've seen a couple people pulled over. He's like, "Nah, bro, I'm very vigilant.
Yeah,
vigilant,
like
vigilant.
Yeah.
He's like, "Nah, bro, I'm very vigilant. I'll see it." Like cocky ass motherfucker. Yo, literally 10 minutes later.
Not even. Like,
10 minutes later, it's getting pulled over. We're getting pulled over by the cop in Tift. So this country ass town that
Random little-
they've never seen a Arab or a Latino before. And the cop was mad cool, but so they pull us over and they go to Habib. Ah fuck! I keep saying his name, dude.
You suck, man.
Can we even finish telling the story?
Yeah.
If he finds out, he's
just
very
like-
pissed.
Just
edit-
mute your mouth.
Just make it a little edit.
Just mute your mouth.
All right, so we go. Our
Gets
friend.
pulled over going 90.
No.
Yeah,
Was
it was
90?
90.
Okay,
Yeah.
90 on a what? Like a 70?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It was about 70, 65.
Shout out to our friend.
Right?
So
Our nameless friend.
our nameless friend. So we're going super fast. He's going super fast. His license is expired. Expired?
Yeah. No. It was
Suspended because something went on with his
Didn't pay a fine, and then you even after you pay it, you gotta reinstate
yeah,
it.
he paid it, but he didn't reinstate. Yeah, he didn't know he has to reinstate it or whatever. Whatever. Long story short, this guy was driving with a suspended license. We get pulled over for speeding, so now they have to handcuff him, take him to
Yeah,
jail.
because Georgia has strict laws on with their traffic. In Florida, that'd be just another fine.
So the funniest thing ever, we're like super excited. We're going to this cabin. We're like just the boys, like a sick trip, like, and then we get pulled over, and now one of our best friends is getting taken to jail.
Literally you start seeing him get handcuffed. You're like, wait, what happened?
Yo, we were like, this can't be true. Like this is like out of a movie.
On a Friday. So if
if we wouldn't have, oh my god,
if we didn't bail him out right away, he would have stayed there over the weekend.
So they're handcuffing him. He is shitting bricks. I see his face. He is pale white. He's like, what the hell? You know, he's like a good kid. He's never been in, like, to jail or anything. We're good kids. We don't do hood rat stuff. So, man, this kid, he's getting taken to jail. Basically, he's getting handcuffed and getting put in the car. Actually, backtrack a little bit. It's me and Manny in the back, and then my friend, which has an Arabic name, and then my other friend who is another Arab, and they're in the front, and then they get his license, and they're like, how do you say this?
Yeah, he couldn't pronounce his name.
He couldn't pronounce it. And then they take him, and he's talking to him in the back. And we're like, oh, damn, like, this is getting rough. Like, oh, I hope nothing happens. And then they come and they ask our other friend that's sitting in the passenger seat, they're like, hey, you got to come to the back. And then me and Manny are in the back, like, oh, God, like, here we go. Like, they're in the back, and all we see is, like, they turn Habib around and they start arresting him, and then our friend comes to the window. He's like, "Yo, they're arresting Habib," and we're like, "Oh my god!" Anyway, they're arresting our friend, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "No, this can't be happening." So we have to follow the cop
to the station.
And in the station, we have to wait like at least. What, 2 hours?
Like 2 hours.
At least 2 hours for them to do all the paperwork. Mind you, there's like one other person there that got arrested.
They're just.
Anyways,
they're slow.
So then we have to get the money to bail him out, which is like $2,000 or $1,500. $1,500. Yeah, 500 each.
Yeah,
right?
which we didn't have cash.
No, so we were like, oh, can we just pay with card? And they're like, no, because you're not a Georgia resident, so you got to get cash, which was very sketchy. I don't know my laws and stuff.
They bullshit.
But that was very sketchy. So we're like, okay, no worries. We'll go get cash. We go to this is a town in the middle of nowhere. I just almost drifted us into death.
Yeah, I saw that.
Anyways, so we go to the Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, it's like a advisory Wells Fargo. There's no ATM. We can't withdraw cash.
Within
We're
like 25 miles, there isn't a Wells Fargo bank.
That's how crazy this little town is. Like we live in a place that
literally every corner.
There's every corner. There's a bank. Anyways, we're like, damn. So we go to the next. We're like, okay, let's just go to another bank and we just pay the fee for whatever.
Yeah.
The bank, the ATM's broken. We go to another ATM. The ATM's broken. We go to the grocery store. Remember, we went to the grocery store too. I forgot what happened at the grocery store. We couldn't get money out in the grocery store.
Yeah, and that's a lot of money to get out. There's limits.
Yeah.
Even when you're withdrawing, if you have protection, like. So we finally found a bank.
Yeah.
And then we had trouble taking out the money because there's limits. Your bank limits you on how much you can take if you have that protection. So we had to call them and go through all this. Like, yes, it's verify it. I just need to take out X amount and.
Yeah. So we had to
process. So we got $1,500 cash.
So mind you, but before this, when we're in the jail, my friend's mom calls me, and she's like, hey, is everything all right? And I'm like, yeah, everything is A-okay. We're just, we made a little pit stop because I didn't want to throw him under his bus. We're going to bail him out and like forget about this whole thing. So my friend's mom calls me. She's kind of like worried, but I told her everything's okay. So, okay. Then she calls my other friend and she's tripping.
Yeah.
She's tripping.
And she's like yelling in crying, yelling in Spanish, and my friend is Arabic, doesn't speak it. So
she's like, pass me David. So I started talking to her, and this is like one of my childhood friends, like one of my brothers, one of my best friends. So me and his mom are very close and stuff. So we're talking, and I'm like, yeah. So the reason how she found out is because my friend had the location thing on,
the family sharing,
family sharing thing on. So she saw we were at a jail. So she started to
stop there for like 3 hours.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was just like a weird coincidence that she just happened to check and like, or maybe she checked because
we're traveling.
Yeah, maybe because oh my god, maybe because our friend wasn't answering the phone, so she called, and she just wanted to check on him. Anyways, she's calling my friend. He passes her to me, and she's flipping out. So I tell her the truth. It's also like. So hard to do, but long story short, man, we get the money, we bail out our friend, and we go out, and we make it to the cabin, like
super dark out,
super dark in the middle of nowhere.
This is in a national forest park, so it's like there's no lights, pitch black. Yeah, I hope.
No, we're good.
Okay, like pitch black, going up a mountain. You're like. Road's barely big enough for one car.
Yeah, like super.
Man, that was sketch.
It was cool though. Like, man, that was a good trip.
Dude. A great trip. We can't wait to go back next month.
For real. But yeah, so I don't even remember how we brought that story up, to be honest. But it was a good story. It's a great story for us. Like, definitely a good memory after it's all said and done.
Yep. Expensive vacation for him, but it was great.
Shout out to our friend who will remain nameless, even though I've almost said his I've said his name like 6 times already. Jesus. I am so bad with that.
He's gonna be like, bro, why are you putting on my criminal record?
He's never gonna watch this whole thing. He's not into reptiles like that, so it's not like he's gonna watch
It's not reptiles anymore.
But you don't know that. This is the cold-blooded experience for all he knows. Our podcast. Shout out to our friends. But yeah. Oh, dude. Oh,
I get shot.
Did you see what I saw? Oh my god.
Who's recording?
Yeah, for real. Oh my god. Anyways. But yeah, alright, we're about like an hour and a half in. I think we should end it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so alright guys, so that was a little podcast. Hope you guys listen to this while you're working or cleaning cages
or not doing anything productive.
No, maybe
I'm
you
just
could
kidding.
be working. I listen to podcasts while I
I know,
work.
me too. But
Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
it's a joke, man. It's called a joke.
So yeah, hope you like the podcast. We're gonna end it here. Shout out to TikisGeckos, www.TikisGeckos.com. Follow us on all the other social media.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We said
Snapchat,
all that stuff. So YouTube,
obviously.
here,
Soon
right
to
here.
be on Spotify, hopefully. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure it out. We gotta ask our podcast friends.
Yeah.
By the way, we were on what were the other podcasts called? Alright, we were on two other
Herb House Rock, and I forgot the other one.
oh no, that was Port City Pythons.
Port City Pythons.
So Port City Pythons on YouTube here. We did a podcast with our friend Joe a couple like 3 or 2 weeks ago, and then after that we did a podcast with Dave. We've done a couple podcasts now, but yeah, check those out if you feel like it. Hope you like this. We didn't want to just make it about only reptiles. We kind of wanted to just talk and
whatever we want,
Yeah,
whatever
like,
comes
well,
across the head.
yeah, just like, you know. But obviously this is going to be on mainly reptile podcast, so we'll be talking about, you know, hopefully we have different guests on and stuff.
Yeah, we know a lot of people. We'll have some cool people.
Yeah, we'll have some cool people on. Now, how often are we going to do this? Once a month?
No.
Starting, like once a month.
No, once a week.
Yeah, okay. We say that, but that's not going to happen.
I'll do it once a week.
Yeah.
I'll talk to myself.
No, dude. Yeah, but I'm the one who has to edit and
Show me, I'll edit it.
No, it's okay. But I'm just, like, I just feel like we can't get that done. Let's just start off with once a month. It's an easy promise we can keep. And then we do, like, you know.
All right,
Or twice a month.
Next week. All right, next week.
Twice a month. All right, twice a month we'll do this podcast. We're negotiating. We meet in the middle. You want once a week? I want once a month. Twice a
every other day.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. We are out. This podcast will evolve as it goes on. So stay tuned. We'll talk more reptiles. Hopefully,
bring on some good people.
Some good people, some smart people. We have a lot of people that are very smart, way smarter than us, that can be on this podcast. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed your time, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.